From the weather team you can trust, here's Chief Meteorologist Eric Snyder.
It's kind of crazy to be standing here talking about temperatures around 32 degrees with rain and freezing rain falling, and then in the same breath, less than 48 hours from now, we're going to be in the 70s in the same area. This is, I suppose, March in western New York at its finest. 32 degrees on the money at the airport. Wind out of the east-northeast at 15 miles per hour. Choppy water on Lake Ontario here. But you see the visuals. It's always tough with these with freezing rain, especially when you're marginal right around 32. It looks the same. There is no real distinction between just cold rain and freezing rain until you start to see the ramifications of it. You start to get the glaze of ice that forms on trees and power lines and that kind of thing. And we're really not expecting big issues out of this. So I want to get that part of the equation right out of the way here. Any freezing rain that we have, as limited as it is, while acknowledging that it is still out there, it's not going to last very long. We are not talking about an ice storm. A lot of roads are going to end up being just fine. I think the important takeaway is don't do anything stupid if you're traveling. Don't be speeding. Don't slam on the brake. Be extra cautious on bridges and overpasses, and you will end up being fine. But you can see that's going to be your pocket of 31 or 32 degrees with some freezing rain. Same deal across parts of the thruway here, too, including the Batavia area where, you know, it looks like folks are wisely slowing down a bit, but it's obviously not a sheet of ice. We would have seen bigger problems with this, and it is going to be bridges and overpasses and elevated surfaces. That'll be the first ones to have problems. Rest of the area, you don't have anything to worry about. It's just going to continue to rain for the better part of these next several hours before tapering off from west to east after midnight. We've got another final slug of precip to get through, and even with that, you know, in the wee hours of the morning, I can't completely discount a spot or two still at 31 or 32 degrees. If you work the overnight shift, I think the same logic is going to hold. Just don't be going super fast to where you need to be. Future View gets it on out of here by about midnight, 1 to 2 a.m. The rest of the day for your Friday, it's probably still mainly cloudy, but it's definitely warmer. We're in the 40s and low 50s with more of a southerly wind. Then we start talking party time going into the start of the weekend here. Warm front starts to pump north. Your Saturday story, number one, is going to be record challenging and, in my opinion, record breaking, if not record shattering warmth. I think we're going to easily make it into the 70s at the airport, but we'll also have to deal with this. And these two things often go hand in hand during the spring season. When you start getting that warm, storms like that juicy air, and a few of these could end up getting frisky across parts of the area later on into Saturday. Storm Prediction Center has outlined western New York in a limited risk for severe weather, and admittedly, you know, they're going to kind of redraw this once a night. They put out a new cycle. If I were going to draw this, I would probably expand that orange color, that level 2, to include more of the Finger Lakes. Traditionally, in this kind of setup, that's how this ends up going. But, you know, we're splitting hairs here. Gusty winds and maybe some small hail will be the main issues out of this, including some heavy rain. You know, it's raining now. It's going to rain again on Saturday. We've got more wet weather into the middle part of next week. So you've got at least some risk for some flooding. But, boy, the warm weather beginning tomorrow and then running all the way through midweek, as good as it gets this time of year. Yeah.